somehow, some way, the Blue Jays sweep away the Boston Red Sox. This is the new nasty broom, and it's out here in full effect, sweeping away the Bo Sox for the second consecutive series. But considering how bad the Jays were to start the season against the Red Sox, they still lose the season series. It's crazy. 7-6 in the season series, but who cares? You've won the big series when you've needed to. And you win in walk-off fashion for the second straight day. This time, it's Matt Chapman. And, you know, I will say this. Baseball is such a crazy sport in the sense that anything can happen. Moments like this are created. We flash back to yesterday, okay? Late in the ball game, right? We go to, I think it was the ninth inning. John Schneider goes up to Matt Chapman, puts his arm around him. Explain to him why he's pulling him out of the game for Cavan Biggio in the ninth to go hit. Which for a guy like Matt Chapman, who's won Gold Gloves, he's been an all-star, this and that, that's a tough conversation to have. But he's still there cheering on his team and going to celebrate the walk-off afterwards. You saw after the Biggio hit, and they kept panning to Chapman, and I'm like, geez, give this guy a minute here, please. But Cavan gets the hit, and he's cheering for him, of course, because it's his teammate, right? And then they walk it off, he's cheering for that. The very next day, in the bottom of the ninth inning, after Devers ties the game, Matt Chapman gets an at-bat with Cavan Biggio on base, and he crushes a ball off the top of the wall in dead center field to walk it off against the Red Sox. Baseball is nuts. But that right there, moments like that are the definition of having a short memory. In baseball, you have to have a short memory. If you don't, you're probably not going to make it. But if you have a short memory, like Chapman clearly did, he hadn't had a hit since being back from the IL going into today. He gets the hit, has a couple strikeouts, things still aren't going great, confidence still ain't there for Chappie, and then he walks it off. Crazy stuff. Let's break down entirely, but I wanted to say that right at the beginning. Bottom of the second inning. This is all offensively. Chapman and Cavan Biggio get on. I think, was Cavan via the walk, or did they both? I think they both got hits, right? Yeah. Cavan got the single, and then Matt Chapman doubled. And that was a single. His throw came to third, so he advanced to second base. But it was a double for Chap, Biggio to third. Second and third, one out for Kevin Kiermaier. Gets kind of a hanging breaking ball from Nick Pivetta, but a curveball up, which you're supposed to lift. Lift that ball, and he does. Hits it very well to the opposite field to left, and the outfielder makes a catch on the warning track, but it's well deep enough for Cavan Biggio to trot home. Chapman gets the extra 90 feet by taking third, and you have a 1-0 lead. Some small ball. Love it. Right? We fast forward to the bottom half of the fifth inning. Dalton Varsho at the dish after a big hit yesterday. Albeit got a little bit of luck because of the horrific route, but big hit yesterday. Gets a hanging breaking ball from Pivetta and dispenses of it deep to right, and it's gone. Solo shot for Dalton Varsho, no homer number 17 on the year for him, and the Jays double up their lead. It's now 2-0. Now, this is after Hyunjin Ryu pitches some of the most stressful 4 2/3 you could imagine. I think he had a very good first inning, but in the second and the third, they have second and third, nobody out. In both innings, they get nothing. Talk about walking on thin ice or walking the tightrope. My God, Hyunjin Ryu. He had a horseshoe ram so far up his you know where. I don't know how it happened. But there was traffic all his entire outing. You know, but he found a way to put up zeros somehow. And you lead 2-0 after 5. Top of the 7th inning is where Jays fans start getting a little angry at John Schneider a little bit because Henderson Cabrera comes in to lead off the inning. Fine. But then he walks Ref Schneider and you're like, you want him in there for Devers. So I understand that, right? walks Rev Schneider, strikes out Justin Turner. So you have a guy first with one out. Now you get that Devers matchup with the lefty-lefty. Smart. Hits him on the first pitch. Okay. And then Adam Duvall flies out. I'm not really sure why he's still out there facing all these right-handed batters, because he's already faced the 3. He's clearly struggling with a little bit of command. You should yank him at this point. Gets Duvall, you got 2 out, but then Pablo Reyes hits a single, scoring Rob Refsnyder, and you're like, boy, why is he still out there? Then Chad Green comes in, gets the fly out, but now it's a 2-1 ball game. So they're right there. And we fast forward to the top of the 9th inning. Eric Swanson, who has blown 2 saves in his Blue Jays career. I was in LA for that one, and we all remember that Dodgers one. It'll never leave my head. And what's the book on Rafa? He carves the first 2 guys up, no problem. Facing Devers, got 2 strikes on him. What's the book? Elevated fastball, right? You always hear that. How do you get Devers out? Well, you elevate the fastball. He's a great low ball hitter. Elevate the fastball. 97 from Eric Swanson. At the top of the zone, maybe even a little above the zone. But Devers, being the incredible hitter that he is, drives the ball to left field. The question is it fair? And it's gone. With 2 out in the 9th inning, Devers ties the game at 2. And every Jays fan is just like, yeah, it's been the year. Heartbreak. Heartbreak! Bottom 9. After Kevin Biggio gets on, because what else is new? Matt Chapman comes up. I believe was there 1 out in the inning? Where are we? Bottom 9. There was 1 out. Yeah, so there was 1 out. After David Schneider called out on strikes, Kevin Biggio singled to left field. And then Matt Chapman comes up and gets a 95-mile-an-hour fastball pretty much right down the middle, maybe a little bit down. But he drives it to straightaway center field, and the defender makes a leap at the wall. And right when he leaped, I'm like, no, please. Please, no more of this, please. But he can't make the play. Kevin Biggio rounds third. He comes in to score. Chapman is the hero today, walking it off. Goes from being pinch hit for yesterday for Kevin Biggio to driving in Kevin Biggio in the 9th to walk it off to complete the sweep over the Boston Red Sox. Poetry at its finest. Beautiful stuff, isn't it? Let's get to these stats, shall we? Offensively, George Springer broke the 0 for streak, and this has been the big problem offensively for this team. You heard about George Springer's 0 for, was it like 19 or 16 or something like that going into the game today? Got the 1 single, but he's not there yet. Vladdy goes 1 for 4 in the ballgame. He had a rip single. Bo goes 0 for 4 with a strikeout. David Schneider has a massive 0 for going. And unfortunate because he actually hit the ball so hard yesterday. So that's tough. But 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts today for David Schneider. And he gets pinch hit for Kevin Biggio. And Biggio then goes 2 for 4, scores 2 runs, including the game-winning run, and his numbers are starting to creep up. 233 average, 331 on base percentage, and going into play today has a 711 OPS. And he got 2 more hits today. Kevin Biggio's really flipping the script on it. It's beautiful. Matt Chapman, 2 for 4. Game-winning RBI. Did strike out twice. Not great. But did get 2 doubles, including the game-winning, driving in the game-winning run. So great stuff. Dalton Varsho, 1 for 3 with a run scored. Obviously, the home run that he hit had the RBI as well, so that was much needed for him. 7 hits for the Blue Jays, and let's be honest, recently, that feels like a lot. Which sucks, but that's just the way it's been. A lot of offers. Whit Merrifield's 3 for his last 35 or something like that. A lot of offers recently. A lot of bad streaks going on for important players, right? David Schneider's hitting 4th. Springer's hitting 1st. And they had massive offers going into today. So it's tough. It's really, really tough. But you've somehow won 3 games. Pitching staff-wise, Hyunjin Ryu, as I mentioned, he battled 4 2/3, 6 hits. No earned runs. Walked 2, struck out 2, and threw a total of 83 pitches in 4 2/3 innings. Talk about battling. but somehow got out of it. Jimmy Garcia, really, really nice bounce back for him. Then inning in the third, a hit, couple strikeouts, and a walk. Genesis Cabrera, he struggled recently for the Blue Jays. He had that really great start, the scoreless inning streak. He'd been outstanding. He struggled recently, though. 2/3 of an inning, a lot of hit, a run, a strikeout, and a walk, and obviously hit a guy as well. And in St. Louis, the problem for him was command. He walked a guy and hit a guy today. So keep an eye on that moving forward. Chad Green, after pitching a scoreless 13th inning yesterday, gets asked to go out there in the top half of the 7th inning to get out of Genesis Cabrera's mess, and then throw the 8th, and he doesn't allow a base runner and strikes out 2. Chad Green, woo! Money. We all had this feeling that he'd be a nice addition moving forward. It was kind of like a trade deadline acquisition, right? And he had a couple tough ones to start his career as a Blue Jay, but my God, he's been good the last couple times out. And Eric Swanson, an inning pitched, 1 hit, 1 run, 2 strikeouts, picks up the win, blows the save, unfortunately. I didn't think it was a bad pitch to Devers whatsoever. Just, I don't know how we got it out of here. That's all I got to say about that. But you won the ball game, and that's all that matters. And you're getting so much help on the out-of-town scoreboard. The Houston Astros won 7-1, so they're still at the top of the division. But the Cleveland Guardians just swept the Texas Rangers. So let's do some math here, right? The Jays are now, half a game up on the Rangers, right? We're half a game up on the Rangers now. Insane. It's insane. So let's do some math here. If the Jays win their next game, the game 1 against the Yankees, and Texas loses their next game, which is against, who do they play next? Boston, which can't expect that to happen. But if the Rangers lose, well, you know what? Screw it. Bottom line, if you get to a game and a half up, that basically is equivalent to you splitting the set against the Rangers. It's wild. It's insane how this is played out. And the Seattle Mariners, at least as of right now, in the bottom half of the 7th inning, are down 5-1 to the Dodgers, on the verge of getting swept there. So if Seattle gets swept, the Jays are a game and a half up on Seattle. How the scripts can flip. It's September baseball is bananas. But as I mentioned, the Jays play the Yankees starting on Tuesday. The off day tomorrow. Enjoy it. And you head to the Bronx. Start a 6-game road trip. 3 in the Bronx, 3 in Tampa at the stupid Trop. Yusei Kikuchi, Clark Schmidt is the pitching matchup in Game 1 on Tuesday. Game 2 is set up as so, if it'll load. Thank you. I think it's Kevin Gausman and Michael King, I believe I heard on the radio. And the finale, I believe, is Jose Barrios and Garrett Cole. So Garrett Cole's outstanding, and Jose Barrios recently has been remarkable. So that'll be a hell of a pitching matchup in the finale. And let's see what happens. I think the hope is 2 of 3. I understand, sure, you want to win every game. I get that. But the way this team's playing and it being a road series against the Yankees, I don't care how rough they've been. I don't care. Find a way to win 2 of 3. That's all I got to say. All right, so you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the game and the win, smack that like button. I do appreciate it. It's still not pretty. Your offense has still not done much, but you won 3 in a row. How about we smile and enjoy it? Because that would be nice. Because you're in a playoff spot, and if you're half a game in the second wild card spot, and if Seattle loses, you're a game and a half in a spot, period. Enjoy it, damn it. So hit that like button if you guys enjoyed the video and that. Hit that subscribe button if you guys not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game, what you like, what you not like from today's game. For the Toronto Blue Jays, Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below, so follow up there if you've not done so already, and I'll talk to you. Of course, I'll be here Tuesday night. Game 1 of the 3-game set in the Bronx between the Jays and the Yankees. Yusei Kikuchi gets the ball for the Jays. Clark Schmidt gets the ball for the Yankees. 7:07 or 7:05 or 7:10 first pitch. What is it? 7:05 first pitch at Yankee Stadium. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and, of course, the win today. I'll talk to you guys then.